Jacob TV. Hello, my people, my correct, and my beautiful people. So this is Jacob TV. So I bring one important information, or I will say now one important short. I say now message. I bring one important message. So I want to make all of you now watch this video. Anything you wanna think about this video, I beg make you no forget to drop your comment down below. So if this is your first time where you come across my videos or for my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, or if you are watching this video on my Facebook page, please just go to your YouTube, type Jenny Jacob TV, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, this is the only way you can support me, and I appreciate every one of you. If you're already following me, I love you all. So today I bring one important message, or one important excuse me guys. There's a video that I want you guys to watch. I want to make you watch this video. Anything what you think about this video, then you drop the comments, because the thing come like say the thing confuse me small. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Thank you for coming across this video. God bless you all. I appreciate you all. Just watch and don't forget to drop your comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys.
However, you can be olokun and be Yemoja and Oshun as well. I am all three.
All three
into one. Yeah. So she takes on a masculine form.
Oh.
Yes, and I have both the masculine and the female form. So sometimes I am the male in character, and I could be very feminine in my character, you know, as a mother as well. So olokun, if you're looking for wealth, there is no other way. It has to be olokun. You know, we down here, we have been brainwashed. We have been brainwashed.
Oh, you think we have been brainwashed?
We have been brainwashed. I can tell you, I'm an authority. I was a Christian for 25 years. Not just an ordinary member. I was a prophetess. I was doing works and I was giving messages. I could see the future.
So, but why do you think we've been brainwashed? People believe that these things work for them.
It doesn't. I am telling you. I am yet to see 100% Christian. Yes.
Oh, really?
I am telling you for sure.
Oh, so you feel there is no 100%?
There is none. If you you will walk, if you find 100% Christian, his shoes are already chopped on the side, so and his shirts are torn.
So you feel most of these people who
everybody
they have one.
Do you know how many pastors call me daily? I don't want to be like a snitch.
Yeah.
You know, but this is not snitching. I am telling you for real. They have prayed, they have fasted. You have to go back home. If you don't go back home, there's no other way. Now I don't bother for anything. Things come to me while, you know, I just sit down.
And it comes.
It comes. And this is not to say that you will not work. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I work, I run a foundation, I have my hands in several businesses, but olokun blesses it. True Olodumare.
Another thing I heard before I came was the fact that your husband is not.
My husband is a priest and he's an elder in the Redeemed Church.
He's an elder in the Redeemed Church.
Yeah.
And you are a high priest. Please, how do people do it in the house?
Religious tolerance. Religious tolerance.
Okay.
We're educated. We're not illiterate. My husband is educated. He knows what time it is. He cannot condemn anything because he's logical in his reasoning. He knew when I was a Christian. He met me as a Christian. So he knows. So that he also supported when you decided. In fact, he's my greatest support system. Oh, wow. He was carrying me from Oshun Osogbo to this place, to that place, because I was looking for my path. I knew there was a problem with me. So it was not just, we just thought, maybe we are mistaken or something. Yeah. This was real.
Wow.
I couldn't sleep anymore. At some point, I lost sleep. So he tried to help me, in my journey. And eventually, I'm at peace.
You're at peace now.
So
let's start from when you say that's interesting. Let's go. How do I address you? Because I know you have a lot of time, so I want to be sure. So I know your name is Yeye Lara Fashola Fanimo, correct? Right?
Yes, you
Or
are.
how do I officially
Address me. You can address me as Yeye Lara Fashola Fanimoko. It is true that I have so many titles from around Yoruba land. However, Yeye, I have been put in the place of a mother to everybody. And in Yoruba land, Yeye means mother. So you can address me as
so I address you as Yeye?
Yeah.
Yeye, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to do this. So I have to tell
It's
the
my
people,
pleasure.
This is
Like,
magic.
yes,
Definitely.
I know.
It's like magic. So let's get into it. You are a olokun priestess, am I correct?
Yes, I'm a high priestess of olokun.
High priestess of olokun. So basically, if I was to use that in Christian terms, that means you're like a prophet. Or
I am more
bishop.
than a prophet. I am more like I am not a mommy Geo.
Okay.
I am more than a mommy Geo. The reason being that the mommy Geo is like the wife of the founder of a church.
Okay.
This is not a church. I am a representative of the Orishas, and I'm a custodian of the Orishas in Yoruba land. It's a very big one in the hierarchy. The hierarchy is very high, and this is why I stopped going to church completely.
Completely.
Yes,
Okay.
I used to go to church, but then I realized that the position that I have been, the position that I have been given is way more than
It's way higher
than
what you were in the. Because
yeah.
I heard you say you were in the church. You were a prophet for 25 years.
For 25 years, I was a prophetess.
A prophetess. How does a prophetess for 25 years become Yeye Olokun?
Yes.
You could just tell me the shortest possible way.
Okay, you see, destiny, and I will say to you like this: we are our destiny.
Okay.
You have to fulfill your destiny. There are thousands and in fact millions of people out there who don't even know what their destinies are.
Okay.
So they're unable to fulfill. For me, my parents knew early that I was not an ordinary child. They knew early that I was not an average child, because as early as when I was about 7 years old, I would prophesy and say things that will happen in the next minute.
From 7?
From 7, and
Wow.
it will happen. So they knew I was different from all of their children, and they knew that I was different from what they had ever seen. Because my father then would say, isn't this a fairy tale? Like, this is a fairy tale,
Wow.
So it went on like that, but it got to a point that my parents didn't know what to do. So they had to invite the church.
Okay.
Because, as Muslims
Your parents
are
were
not.
Muslims?
They're up till tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My parents are Muslims up till tomorrow. In fact, they're very dedicated Muslims. So you see, they just knew that it was something that they could not undo.
Okay.
So they talked to people who advised that they go to the church. So they did. They took me to church, and when we got to church, the church said that I was a prophetess. And this was why those signs were showing, and that I had to work for God, and I was there. So I worked there for 25 years, but believe me, I was not fulfilled. I wasn't fulfilled because the signs that I used to see still persisted, and in fact, I was being told even in church that I had a call that was beyond.
You were told in the church
Even
that
in
you
the
had
church.
a calling that was beyond
that
your
was
present
beyond,
environment at that time.
Yes,
Wow.
at the time. And even then in my church, but I still felt like, what else could it be? I am already doing the work. Even though I do my business, I'm a maritime lawyer. I did my business, and I was running it well. I felt, what could it be? I come to church regularly. I take part in works and all the rest of it. So why am I being told there's something else? I didn't take it serious until one day I went for a revival at a CAC church.
Okay.
And the GO told me in clear terms, he said, you are a peculiar being. I will never forget that day. He still remains a spiritual father till today.
And he's a pastor.
He's of
Wonderful.
course a GO, CAC. So now this is not even a celestial church or a spiritual church.
Okay.
This is a church that everybody knows around the world that they pray and they fast well. So he said, you're a peculiar being. God just wants to use you, you know, to show to the world that he is God. And there's nothing anybody can do. So at that point, I made up my mind and I said, okay, I'm ready.
And you started on this path.
So you won't just start on this path. You have to go back home. Okay. So I went back home and I spoke to my dad and my mom, and they said, okay. My dad said he will do some findings, you know. And then he went to the family house, met with the eldest Fashola living. And he told them, he said, yes, in the family, the first Fashola that ever stepped foot on Lagos soil, he was a priest.
Was a priest.
Was an Ifa priest.
Okay.
Was an Ifa priest. And of course, my mom is from the Benin Kingdom in Edo State.
Oh,
she's
wow.
a princess, and they also are olokun worshippers. So we got those information, and then at the time, I had to go for my initiation rites.
Okay.
Yes, which we call, initiation, rites of passage. And at the point where the initiation was taking place, it was also revealed that I was not just going to be a priest. I was going to, I am like, I am a representative of
physical representation of
olokun
here on this earth.
Well, we started the journey. This was several years ago. I started the journey, and about a few months ago, message came from Benin Kingdom that they had casted Ifa, and Ifa said the woman who will hold the staff of office of olokun is in Lagos, and they had to come and look for me. And on that fateful day, I was here and I was at peace in olokun, and they came, and they were like, we need you in Benin. And I said, why? I haven't been to Benin Kingdom since I was little, the last time I went there, because my grandparents are late anyway. Okay. So my mom doesn't have any business really, because all our family members live in Lagos. And at that point, I had to ask olokun, and she said, yes, you have to go. And so we went. It was a big deal. It was a fanfare. And this is my staff of office.
Oh, this is a staff?
This is a staff.
Oh, wow.
This is from olokun. She gave it to me. It was brought out from the water. Yes. And I was proclaimed Oluwase olokun worldwide.
Worldwide. Oluwase olokun worldwide.
Yeah.
That's a very, very powerful. I didn't even know this.
So
this is
a staff of
olokun Ibao. This is interesting, because from what you've said, you've been a Muslim, you've been a Christian,
yes.
And now you're here.
Yes.
And now you're home.
I am home. I am home, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay. So before you go, what's the difference between Yemoja, olokun, and Osun?
Oh, brilliant. The difference isn't much. They're all olokun, Yemoja, and Osun are all sources of water. Olokun is the head of all the sources of water. Yemoja is the goddess of the lagoon, which we call Osa. Okay. In Ile-Ife, they call her Osha. But Osun is the goddess of the river, Osun.
Okay, so the rivers, the lagoons and the sea. Okay.
And of course, everybody knows that the Atlantic Ocean is the biggest of all. So she is the head of all the water sources.
Okay, so those of you who have been asking this question, this is a very simple translation of what it means.
But however, you can be olokun and be Yemoja and Osun as well. I am all three. All three into one. Yes, it is rare.
Ladies and gentlemen, recognize power, man.
But it happens. It happens. Reason being that, you see, traditionally, the Yorubas believe that when we're coming to the earth, the Orishas will line to take us, to be our guide on earth. So usually when powerful Orishas pick you as a child, the other Orishas will want to go with you as well. Okay. So I guess when olokun picked me, Yemoja said she will come, and Osun will follow.
But this is rare. It doesn't happen all the time.
Not all the time. It is rare. It happens. Some people may be olokun and they may be Shango, or they may be, it's not that common, because water and fire. But I'm also Shango. It was actually, we didn't know until when we went to Benin Kingdom. It was, Shango came out and said, I'm also a daughter. So you see, when you're the leader of the Isheshe, it is most likely that all the Orishas. I'm also Ogun.
And Batala.
Batala is my father, is my spirit, and this is why I'm always in white.
Okay,
You know, contrary to the belief that it is because of olokun. With olokun, you can either wear white or blue. But Batala is my father, so from here he is the god of purity.
Okay.
So I must always.
So Batala is the god of purity. I was going to ask that what is the importance of white for the olokun worship, but now that you said that
it is Batala. I represent purity and I represent Batala, who is the god of purity. Batala is the god of creation. In the Yorubas believe that God actually sent Batala, Olodumare sent Batala to come. He molds human beings while Olodumare breathes life into us. So he is the first Orisha. That is why we give reference to him. You will notice that when we were singing about Batala, it was a different theme. It was, you know, the environment became charged. You know, because he's the head of all the orishas.
Okay. So now that we know this, I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But at the same time, again, what are the advantages of being an olokun worshiper?
Okay.
You know, I'm asking this. You know, when Christians come to you, they'll tell you if you become a Christian,
the
same thing with Islam.
I know. Yes. As we all know, well, maybe you don't know, olokun is the god of wealth.
He's the god of wealth.
God of wealth.
Oh, okay.
He's the deity of wealth. It is he that Olodumare gave wealth to, the power.
So Ajay. Okay.
Ajay is the daughter of Olokun, and that means Olokun has wealth in his foreign custody. Now, it is also important to note that Olokun is androgynous. You can either she's both male and female.
Yeah.
So you can either refer to him as a he or her as a she. Okay. So it depends on whatever work she wants to do at the time. Sometimes she's a warrior, so she takes on a masculine form.
Oh.
Yes, and I have both the masculine and the female form. So sometimes I am a male in character, and I could be very feminine in my character, you know, as a mother as well. So olokun, if you're looking for wealth, there is no other way. It has to be olokun. Let us live spirituality now, and let us talk, you know, logically. All over the world trade is being, you know, done by the water.
Okay.
You're bringing one vessel with goods from one country to the other. You have to go through the water. The white men know every time a ship is built, the first thing they do is to pay homage to olokun.
Oh, really?
Every time they're bringing goods from anywhere, China, US, UK, the first thing they do is to pay homage to olokun, using odd drinks and fruits and other things. But we down here, we have been brainwashed. We have been brainwashed.
Oh, you think we have been brainwashed?
We have been brainwashed. I can tell you, I'm an authority. I was a Christian for 25 years. Not just an ordinary member. I was a prophetess. I was doing works and I was giving messages. I could see the future.
So, but why do you think we've been brainwashed? People believe that these things work for them.
It doesn't. I am telling you. I am yet to see 100% Christian. Yes.
Oh, really?
I am telling you for sure.
Oh, so you feel there is no 100%?
There is none. If you will walk if you find 100% Christian, his shoes are already chopped on the side, so and his shirts are torn.
So you feel most of these people who
everybody
claim to be, they have one.
Do you know how many pastors call me daily? I don't want to be like a snitch.
Yeah.
You know, but this is not snitching. I am telling you for real. They have prayed, they have fasted. You have to go back home. If you don't go back home, there is no other way. If you don't mind to live with problems daily, you sleep and wake up with problems.
So, but as an
even in the hospitals, when certain people have certain illnesses and that is beyond medical comprehension, the doctors will tell you, "Hey, look, there's a label."
So this doesn't happen in films alone. It actually happens.
It happens in real life. I have met a man who they thought he had stroke. He was on the wheelchair. When he came and I casted it far, it was shown that he is a son of Olokun, and it was Olokun that put him in that position. Until certain rites was done, he got up and he was walking. Several people have come here. Do you know how many people have come here and they have been healed? Olokun is the god of deity, but he also heals.
He also heals. He also performs miracles as well.
I am telling you.
Oh, wow.
You can, maybe when you finish, go and talk to the people here. People have seen miracles. I am a living testimony. I'm a living testimony. It is beyond our imagination what can happen when you actually go back home. When you go back home, it's like the puzzle gets the puzzle fits.
Everything you've been looking for becomes arranged.
Now I don't bother for anything. Things come to me while, I just sit down.
And it comes.
It comes. And this is not to say that you will not work. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I work, I run a foundation, I have my hands in several businesses, but olokun blesses it. True Olodumare.
I like the fact that you said that you work, because a lot of people think these things happen.
They have to work.
You have to work.
You have to work. In fact, it is a curse if you don't work and you eat. You have to work.
You have to work.
But of course, work a little, gain more. You won't have to strive and worry.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. Another thing I heard before I came was the fact that your husband is not.
My husband is a priest and he's an elder in the Redeemed Church.
He's an elder in the Redeemed Church.
Yeah.
And you are a high priest. Please, how do people do it in the house?
Religious tolerance.
Religious
tolerance.
Okay.
We're educated. We're not illiterate. My husband is educated. He knows what time it is. He cannot condemn anything because he's logical in his reasoning. He knew when I was a Christian. He met me as a Christian. So he knows.
So that means he also supported when you decided.
In fact,
he's
my greatest support system.
Oh, wow.
He was carrying me from Oshogbo to this place to that place because I was looking for my path. I knew there was a problem with me. So it was not just we just thought maybe we are mistaken or something.
Yeah.
This was real.
Wow.
I couldn't sleep anymore. At some point, I lost sleep. So he tried to help me, in my journey. And eventually, I'm at peace.
You're at peace now.
I'm at peace.
Well,
my destiny has been fulfilled.
look like you're at peace. You're shining. You're glowing.
I am at peace. And my destiny, the most important thing, my destiny has been fulfilled. So even if I go tomorrow, I have done the part that I can do.
That you can do.
Yes.
Yes.
At least I have been able to show people that, you see, the culture and our tradition is not demonic. And this is why we want to celebrate the coming olokun festival.
That was the next question I was going to ask.
In a grand
So
style.
talk to me about it.
And this is why we're taking the festival to the best all event center around Lagos, the Monarch.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's on the road. We've seen. Okay,
yes. So that is where we're going to have. We want to show the world that we're not demonic. Traditionalists are beautiful people. We're educated. We're forward thinkers. We're progressive and we're successful.
Okay, so when is the festival?
The festival is on the 27th of August this year. On the 27th we will have like a celebration at the hall where we'll have displays. You saw.
We saw parts.
Part of what is coming in. And this is like a tip of the iceberg. We're going to have the displays cultural displays from all over the world, from Cuba, from Brazil, Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, all over on that day. And on the 28th, we will all come to the beach en masse to appease olokun. Yes, for wealth and economic development and progress.
Like solving Nigeria's problems, because olokun can help us. You should help us, please.
Nobody has asked me that, but me, I don't know.
I understand.
Of course.
Okay.
Look at like the pandemic that happened that is ongoing, the coronavirus. All we needed to do was to appease Obaloaye, who is a deity in charge of diseases and pandemics. I did. So my family has not been affected.
Okay.
I did. You see, the thing about Isheshe is that you have to come. We can't just say, oh yeah, but no, it doesn't work like that. You have to request. If you don't request anything of me, I just go jeje. No, in fact, a lot of people look at me and be like, is it this woman that does all of this? I just go. But you must ask.
You must request.
You must. Just like even Olodumare said, we must ask.
Asking shall be given unto you. It's
You
in the
are-
Bible
yes,
as well.
Yes, it is. And also, let us not forget that being a priestess of the Orisha or being a devotee of the Orisha, your hands must be clean. Your heart must be pure, like cotton wool. Olokun is a deity of wealth, health, but also a disciplinarian Orisha. This is why a lot of people don't come to Olokun. You would rather find so many people go to Oshun. Oshun is the deity of the womb,
Okay.
deity for children. She is the mother, you know, and you know how our mothers are. They like to
Yeah.
pamper us.
Yeah.
So a lot of people rather go, whether you're right or wrong, she will still say, oh, mommy, kabo. But Olokun does not tolerate this. And this is why when you put any dirt on that water, it pushes it out.
It comes
Because
back.
she does not tolerate death, indiscipline, untruthfulness, dishonesty. Olokun cannot. She's stern. She loves the children, but she's very disciplined as well. So it takes a lot of discipline to be a devotee of this Orisha.
So that's why you don't see just anyhow people being devotees
No,
of
you can't.
Olokun.
Yes, because the discipline is too high. They can't do it. They can't
Wow.
do it.
This is interesting.
They can't.
This is interesting. Yeah, thank you very much
You're
for speaking
welcome.
with me. I know you have to go.
Yes.
Do your.
it
But
is.
before you go, a lot of people will ask, how can they get across to you? You know, to at least know more.
In fact, my phone number has become public toilet. Honestly.
Well, let's
I don't
do
know.
let's do the social media one now. Let's do like you're on Instagram.
Yes, I'm on Instagram. So you can reach me at Yeye Lara Fashola Fanimoko.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
On
So guys,
Instagram.
nobody should come to me, please. She said it herself. So yeah, thank you very much for speaking with me.
welcome.
I
Thank
wish I had a lot more time, but this was amazing. This was
You're welcome.
so how did we say the Oreyeye?
Oreyeye Okwo.
Oreyeye